Now. Okay. So we meet every Wednesday morning. I'm Jan Jorgensen, and we call this the Be the Light meditation. And we've been doing this, I don't know, over 5 years. And so here I am in Hawaii, and actually, it's such a soft, gentle, flowing environment. I have a sense of there's nothing to do. It has absolutely teased away and put all my busyness of the mainland on another spinning plate that I can't really see. So it's fascinating that when we're taken out of our busy routine, we look back and say, what is mine to claim going back? What is my work to do? And I always evaluate everything. And the topic du jour was, should I continue doing Be the Light meditations every week, every Wednesday morning from 9 to 10 Pacific time? And the goal of the Be the Light, the meditations, whether you've been coming, I know there's someone on this call who's been coming. I don't think she's missed one, like in 5 years, pretty much. And I missed one last week, and she was here because I was on Hawaii time. But whether you're new or have come regularly, you know that we have worked diligently on learning to release our heavy emotional baggage past. Training as a human and the way that we get triggered and think about things is causing us to stress because we know that we are here to bring that new ingredient to the mix for the world, for people, to bubble up something new and fresh. So we did a lot of unpeeling, healing, be the light, trying to crack ourselves open to see that light, to acknowledge that we can be light, that we are divine light beings. So we did that every which way. Let's see, if I did it for how many weeks a year? 52 times 5, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of processes. And then I record them so anyone can go back and work to become the light. So this word working to become the light, at the end of 2022, that's no longer our trajectory in our operational system of working to release, to understand what divine light is, how it feels when we shift out of it, how we get back into our divine core calm base when we are triggered. We worked with psychosocial, emotional, historical, family issues. So let's take a deep breath and imagine that we're done with that, that we're healed enough, that we've walked our spiritual path enough, that we are past all those goalposts of healing and then getting back into the grist of the issues again. We've navigated through all the boulders, the limnoscape, the landscape of our inner psyche, and now we're walking, and there's occasional little rock, right, that'll get in our shoe, but we have the tools to stand erect as divine beings here. So we're going to drop into this meditation and reflect on the state that we are in moving forward from 22 to 23, the new great divide, and what the focus is. Okay, take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. Beautiful. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We place ourselves into a beautiful geometric structure. We call it the holon of balance. That's from Tom Kenyon, the great sound healer. Sometimes you can't improve things, so you share. Beautiful, beautiful structure. And why a structure? Because we have learned that we are a separate entity from everything else that has a brilliant consciousness and aperture, a GPS system that gets polluted if we don't sometimes separate ourselves, our thinking, our lives from everything and everyone else, even our loved ones. So imagine that we are removing everyone else from our energetic field. Oh boy, it's like having more room, more breath room within our own space. Now remove everything that happened yesterday. Remove everything that happened the last week, the last month, and notice if there's any resistance to want to hold on to people, places, or things. Now remove your entire life up to this moment. Yes, you can do it. Come to the still point, focus your attention in your heart, and come to the still point of just this little energetic fractalizing. That's what you are, a fractal component of the all that is. So we are precisely recalibrating our heart, free of anything and anything else, so that we can have a sense of our own self, our own pure divine self, without the stories, reflections, agendas of other people. So breathe in to your own divine spark that created and is holding your energy field. And feel that you are light. And feel that you just had other stories and encrustments on that. And now you know how to get back into this light and feel it and embody it for great lengths at a time and shift back in. So now, as the world is making the shift 2022, December 31st into January 1st, 2023, there's a new focus. It's not on us. We're good enough, we're clear enough. The new focus is using our energetic gifts, of which we've learned many tools here in these meditations, but specifically that we can take our consciousness and guide it and focus it. Remember when we were little, we had those little magnifying glasses, wands, little concave or convex glass, magnifying glasses, and we learned to put it on the sidewalk and bake an egg, or sometimes we, a little bug got too warm. But just know that we can focus our intentional consciousness, and that light can reorganize. It is like a shaft. It's consciousness, but it's frequencies and light. And since everything is in the vibrational milieu, and we're holding with such focus, it's think of that heat in the magnifying glass, but it's not hot. But it changes matter. Just like we could fry that egg with the sun with that glass, we can focus our consciousness and reorient matter in this physical plane into something more attuned, more aligned with the divine plan for Earth. So 2023, it's like we're graduating. maybe the last meditation in December, we will have a ceremonial graduation. You're healed enough, you're good enough, because what we're going to do with our tools on January 1st is start creating the structure, the inner workings, the gut of the new paradigm. This is what we've worked for. We couldn't build it from our old selves because we had too many uh, thoughts that if they were created in reality, or our judgments of others, it just would have created more of the same, more junk. So in January, we're going to continue what we did a little bit in 2022. 2022, we began, while we were still clearing ourselves, the process of quantum future envisioning circles. And a few times we would go in deep and we would get the confirmation, the affirmation, and hope that we could at least project our consciousness and see potential futures. And then imagine ourselves in those potential futures and then come back and say, how could I create that with some thought or activity today? How can I align my mission with what I want to be part of the team to create in the future? Well, in 2023, what we envision in 2022, we're on the ground team, we're sitting around the table, we're co-creating with like-minded souls. So people always say, are we there yet? We are there in the middle. We're out of the dross. We're in the middle, in the right place, with the right people, with the right tools to begin creating a new reality for Earth. Feel into that. Feel into the appreciation. I know I've worked hard. I know if you're listening to this, you're on board. You're on board. So take a deep breath. It's a monumental stepping stone transition. And on the morning of January 1st, it's okay to say, I am the light. I am being the light. And what am I going to do with it? My sister, I was in a theatrical play, and to be on stage, you get to imagine that you're something different than yourself and live it out. My sister sent me a card, and it was a gorgeous woman, and it said she hadn't decided to use her tools for good or evil. It's just so funny because on stage, in life, we have these toolkits, and we have fashioned them, and we have polished them. We've used Windex on our beautiful prism-like self that connects with the large chandelier of the Creator in the sky. We are clear and light enough. And the beauty is, we're doing it with like-minded souls. So if one of us starts getting a little wonky, jealous, competitive, or some issue, we just, hey, your light, using the physics of entrainment, your light can radiate and be the Windex for them when they need it. That's what I do with I call inner tier friends. Sometimes we get foggy and we can't see our own light. So we get together and just going on Zoom, their light, Windex, and I become the Jan that I can be and I was meant to be. So take a deep breath, and we're going to drop in, and we've had our feet in both worlds, the old dissolving world, always feeling traumatized, and the world of meditation where we feel free and beautiful. So now we're going to choose and determine our situation for January 1st. Okay, we are in this sacred space, and begin to still your mind and take your attention back to your heart and feel in to the openness of your heart for all that I have said, all that is coming. It is a celebration of sorts. Well, it's planning the party. The celebration will be when we do reach an accumulated 100 monkey state of we're there. The divine plan is set in space and time. And that celebration day will happen because January 1st, you're sitting at the table of planning the party planners for Earth, engineers for the blueprint of the new Earth. So feel all of this filling your energetic system with relief. Yes, we are there. We're at this trajectory. We're at this stable place. No more anguish. More sleepless nights of what of this, what of that. No. Now it's the excitement of what? The wonder of what we can create. When you are in this cloud of hope, all is possible. When you're surrounded by loving, expanded people, it's all good. You're already there energetically. So you've worked hard to get to this space. We call in our spirit guides and just open your mind now and let go like a lotus petals, flower, beautiful flower. Let it open and let's try on and feel the new energies of 2023. That no matter what is happening in the external chaotic world, that you are calm and you are placing both feet now. You're removing your foot from the old dissolving world. You are no longer a rescue boat. You are a lighthouse. Stable. Other lighthouses. Everyone had a chance to be a lighthouse. They are all in their perfect place. No more fixing, rescuing, healing. You're with like-minded souls at this table with both feet. It feels so wonderful to not have that foot in the heavy old world, the leg, the always pulling, the guilt, I can do more, it's falling apart, recycling, blah, blah, blah. You have crossed your own threshold. The living, loving presence dedicated with dedicated sisters and brothers to create a new world. Beautiful. Feel the lightness of your being. Any heavy old clothes or personalities or quirks or habits are just dissolving. And you are free. You are feeling deeply free for the first time in your life, and infinitely mature and developmentally correctly at the right place and right time. And your soul knows this, and it's not something measurable in the external dissonant world. Breathe into this, and your heart has more space, and the energy of your heart can now expand even now beyond your skin. You are safe. You are at home base. In fact, you've allowed the heavenly energies to permeate you so strongly that you, in fact, are standing on somewhat of a heavenly cloud here while still serving the old earth as you did in the past, which you're letting go. And you are creating, you're not recreating the old earth. Buck Fullerminster, I can't quite say his name, he said you can't create something new with the same elements of something that is no longer operational. You are envisioning things from a new divine movie. And you're joining with people who also have their intuition open, so they are receiving words, prompts, confirmation. And sometimes the whole movie doesn't come at once. It comes in just little visions, words, nuances, synchronicities. But you all know that you're in the correct place in 2023 by how you feel. Calm, centered, ready. And you won't be working every day. You won't be all the effort of the old ways of building things. This is the divine way. Imagine that you are creating things from intense thoughts created from divine images and communication. And you're sitting with other people in a room, a table, or on a Zoom, or maybe even telepathically, and you are working with a specific idea and purpose, and you are creating in the etheric infrastructure the new world. And you'll see it's much easier than you ever imagined. And these new worlds are coalescing vibrational patterns into new structures, just the way the old world was built. Ideas, tools, chisels, statues. But we are working from a new level where our thoughts and intention are magnified in chiseling and recooking, just like recooking this physical realm into something beautiful, into something where the principles of creation are flourishing. Truth, beauty, love, goodness, omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence. Feel that in your heart. A renaissance for humankind that is approachable and realizable because you did the work, because you said, I'm going to be the light. And now you are the light. And in January 1st, new year, we begin the building phase, the process, becoming engineers of the new potentials for Earth through you. This is pretty heady stuff, powerful, and it is powerful, and you're powerful. We are more powerful together. Take a deep breath as we finish this meditation. Go ahead and stay expanded. Put a beautiful, big, golden, resilient rubber egg around your entire energetic field. And just relax, luxuriate in this new way of beingness as we move forward. Take a breath and notice that all the space in your body feels great. It's a lot like the way you feel in Hawaii. I'm sure coming here did influence some of my new nuances. So thank you for joining me today here in person, or if you're watching this in India, hello. Philippines, hello. I watch and see the demographics of who watches, and I thank you for joining me, being part of the team. I am Jan Jorgensen at Be the Light Meditations at soundandlighthealingarts.com. Okay, so I stopped the recording and stick around and we can say hi.